Alright, gonna show you how to use some of the Vicuna dubbing. I'm gonna be using the Plum color, make a Plum Kebari. This dubbing's really awesome. I'm gonna be using a ML062 hook from Moonlit Fly Fishing. I like to do my Sakasas in size 12 most of the time, sometimes size 10. And I'm going to be using some Semperfli classic wax thread in the violet color. It goes really well with this plum. Just going to tie the thread down the hook just to get a base of thread here to work on. And I'm going to come back up here to the head of the fly. I'm just going to build up a little bit of bulk to put in front of that soft hackle. For me, this just kind of helps flare out those hackle fibers when you push them forward. Alright, that's probably good enough right there. I'm going to be using some Brahmahan mottled gray from Whiting. I'm just going to take these soft feathers and trim those off. Sometimes I want to take off a few of these other ones too, just so I get down to the smaller sizes. You can see this kind of has a curve to it. I kind of want that curve down as I tie it in over the head of the fly. So you come up here right behind the head and tie that in. That way when I start wrapping it, that hackle will be facing forward to the eye of the hook. And just come right back here behind the head of the fly. Take our hackle pliers. Start wrapping. Just kind of train this a little bit. As you wrap it, it might get a little crazy. You can fix that. Just don't worry about it too much. As you can see, mine got a little bit out of control. That's okay. I'm just going to pull all that forward. While holding it forward, just going to do some wraps right at the back end. Just going to come back here about midway down the back of the fly. Then I'm going to get my Vicuna dubbing. The plum color. I'm just going to get a little bit here, spread it out down the thread. You don't want this too thick. Now it's kind of spread out, I'm just going to twist it on. And you can do this by rubbing your fingers in one direction. If you go back and forth, you're going to screw it up. I'm actually going to come back here to the back end of the fly. That's where I'm going to start my dubbing wrap. So right as it starts going on, I'm going to start wrapping up the fly. And right there behind the hackle, and then I'm just going to use my thread going back down as ribbing to hold all that dubbing down. It'll tame it down a little bit as well. And just add a little bit of thread here at the end and do a whip finish. Because that's right where the teeth of the fish is going to be. We don't want that to come undone, so you're going to want to use some glue. I'm just going to use some thin Solares UV glue. I'm just going to spread that around the thread there at the butt of the fly. If you get a little too much, just use your finger and kind of rub it off where needed. And I'm just going to take a UV light and seal that. And there you go. Awesome little plum colored Sakasa Kebari.